Hey Taurus, welcome to your love and romance reading for February 2022. I know February is that time of year. A lot of people are thinking about Valentine's Day, wanting to know what's going on with love and romance. So this is the love and romance reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You may stumble upon this video outside of the month of February, and that's just fine. You're going to find it when you're meant to find it and when you're meant to hear the messages. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the Taurus collective. Not every single message will resonate. Take what does, leave what doesn't. You may need a private reading, but we're going to see what comes up here for the collective now. First card coming up for our lovely Taurus friends is the Six of Cups. I want to say that, who was it? I want to say it may have been Libra that also got Six of Cups as their first card. So maybe some of you could be dealing with a Libra, or if you have a Libra placement, there could be someone resurfacing. Now, I know a lot of people hate that, and you're like, I'm sick and tired of all of you tarot readers on YouTube. All you talk about is somebody coming back from the past. I'm sick of hearing it. I don't want it. I'm done with this person. Okay? I hear you. I hear you. I'm not saying you have to be with this person. I'm just going to say this. For some of you, you do have somebody resurfacing from the past. And if you are the kind of person where you're like, I don't want to see this person. I'm done with this person. Know and understand that sometimes Spirit will allow someone to resurface or a karmic to resurface because Spirit wants to give you the opportunity to say everything you didn't get a chance to say last time. So this could be your opportunity to just really let somebody have it. And this is the way of clearing energy. This is the way of, unpacking and letting out the baggage so you don't have some energetic tail following you into the next relationship. Okay? For some of you, this is a chance to really, really, really just be done with this person in all directions of time, in all lifetimes, to never ever have to see them ever again in a future lifetime, to never have to reincarnate with them again, and just be done. Okay? So if there is someone that you're like, I'm done with that person, don't be surprised if they resurface. And they're going to have another thing coming because they're thinking, oh, it's February, Valentine's Day is coming up, and I think they're still single, and they're going to be missing me, and they're going to be lonely. So this is the chance I have, to get in while Taurus's defenses are down, right? Taurus is going to be maybe sad or lonely. It's that time of year. I'm going to be able to slip right on in. Nope. They're going to be very surprised that it's not going to work. Some of you will have that situation. Now, Six of Cups can also be sentimental energy. And so some of you may be kind of thinking about the past where you let somebody go or you walked away from a relationship and you're like, well, I thought I was going to be with somebody else, or I thought I was going to find my person by now, or I left that relationship for another person and that didn't work out. And you might be looking back thinking, man, what did I do? What did I do? And you might be having some regrets. Spirit wants you to know that you made the decisions you made for a reason. Sometimes we look at the past and we remember it better than it actually was. It wasn't that great. If it was that great, you wouldn't have left. If it was that great, you wouldn't have run out of patience. And so Spirit is just basically saying, trust that you are where you're meant to be right now, and you may be tempted to go back to the past, but you don't do that. For other ones of you, Six of Cups can be that you're in this sentimental energy. Perhaps maybe you're connecting with a childhood friend, or you may be connecting with childhood friends, or going back to visit a place that was a big part of your childhood, and you may be meeting a significant soulmate through that process. The next card coming up here for you guys is the Knight of Cups. Now again, I know a lot of people are used to watching tarot for love and romance, and I do a monthly love reading on my channel, but those of you who know, in the weekly forecasts, I focus on everything other than love, right? And so I've said that the Knight of Cups gets a bad rap a lot of the times in tarot readings as someone who's a player. Somebody who's a player, somebody who is, you know, like a bit of a romancer or womanizer or manizer. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But somebody who maybe is a lot of talk and no follow through. But that's a very sad way to look at the Knight of Cups, in a very negative and limited way, okay? The Knight of Cups is about the pursuit of the things that bring the heart joy. It's about the pursuit of beauty and inspiration and the things that make us happy, okay? Some of you are coming into a time where you're going to receive a lot of offers, or you're going to find that you're getting a lot of attention, a lot of people slipping into your DMs, a lot of people like texting you and trying to figure out what you're up to or what you're doing later. And you're flattered by the attention, and you might kind of feel like, well, that's kind of nice, but I don't know, I don't know. And you might be going through this phase of time where you find yourself being pursued. If this is happening for you, Spirit is trying to teach you to receive, right? Maybe somebody wants to take you out for Valentine's Day, and maybe they're thinking that they're going to get lucky at the end of the night. But when a Knight of Cups season or Knight of Cups period of time is coming into your life, for me, in my readings, Spirit is trying to teach you that you deserve to be put up on that pedestal. You deserve to be pursued. You deserve to be romanced and wowed. And you are under no obligation whatsoever to give of yourself anything you're not comfortable giving. And that is not playing with somebody. That's giving somebody a chance. Playing with somebody would be if you know you have no intention whatsoever of being with them, but you're telling them things like, oh, well, you know, if somebody bought me that handbag, that sure would get me all hot and bothered. Or if somebody would have taken me to this restaurant, or, you know, like if you're like milking things out of somebody and you know that you're not going to deliver, that is wrong. That is wrong. But to give somebody a chance to show you what they have, to get to know them, right? You're not obligated just because they did something nice to kiss them or go on another date with them or to go to bed with them or to spend hours on the phone with them or whatever it is, right? But you're learning to receive attention. You're learning to receive generosity. Spirit is trying to teach you that you are worthy of this and you don't have to give anything back. You're not obligated to. Okay, it's not the same as using somebody. If you're confused about that, think about it, pray about it, meditate on it. Okay, but don't be surprised if a lot of you are all of a sudden receiving a lot of compliments, a lot of attention. Okay, some of you have a younger person who is really, really persistently pursuing you, and you're like, gosh, like I really don't want to be with this person because I have an issue with the age difference. But I do feel some of you have a younger person who is just like hopelessly infatuated with you. Like they think that you are their soulmate. They might even be thinking that you're their twin flame, and you're just, I don't feel like you're feeling it, Taurus. I really don't. I feel like you're flattered by the attention, and you might think to yourself, well, if I was a few years younger, you know, maybe I'd be interested in this person. But I do feel some of you have this admirer who's really going to be pursuing you and sending you a lot of sweet little messages. They might even try to, if they know where you work, they might try to visit you at work and bring you coffee or bring you lunch, or like they're really, really trying to win you over. Again, this is not going to be for every single one of you, but I feel some of you, again, and Spirit is trying to help you realize and see that you are a special person, right? And so a lot of this is coming through this person that is really taken by you. The next card that's coming up here is the High Priestess. I just got chills. For several different reasons. Okay, first and foremost, the High Priestess is a major arcana card. The major arcana cards are always going to come up when we're at a time or we're in a period where this is a significant new chapter in our life. There could even be like a soulmate connection with somebody or a soul contract. Now, the reason why I just got chills when this came up, it confirmed a lot for me. Taurus, I'm telling you right now, even if you're in a relationship and even if you're in a committed relationship, you are coming into a time of extreme popularity. You are going to have people falling out of the woodwork, complete strangers all of a sudden really taking a liking to you. You are going to have a lot of people pursuing you. You're coming into a time that you're receiving a lot of attention. The High Priestess energy for me comes up in a reading when you're coming into a really high level of healing and your chakras are cleared and aligned and you're connected with God, Source, Universe, Higher Self. So you have this beautiful, powerful, magical, delicious energy flowing through your body. And this is making you absolutely, positively irresistible, okay, to a lot of people. So don't be surprised if all of a sudden you are being pursued or people are being very persistent. But this is where you need to be careful and where you need to be cautious. Because you're in this powerful connection, and you have this very mysterious, beautiful, confident, sexy aura about you, and you're in this spiritual connection, you will attract at this time a lot of people who are wounded and who do not want to do their work. They want to attach to you and try to kind of tap into this energy that's flowing through you. Instead of connecting to Source, they want to connect to you and kind of nibble off your energy, feed off the energy, feed off your connection. And this can be very draining for you, okay? And I have to tell you, it can feel like a very powerful, magical, intense chemistry when you have this kind of an attraction. So I'm just going to say this, Taurus, you are going to be in demand. You might even have people pursuing you very persistently, and that confirms what I was feeling with the Knight of Cups. And Spirit is saying persistence does not equal readiness, okay? Persistence doesn't mean that this person is ready. You're like this beautiful, warm candle in a dark room, right? And it's like this moth that's rushing to the candle flame. It has no idea what you are. It doesn't understand you. It's not even thinking. It's just magnetically, drawn to you and not even ready. They can't even handle you. So, persistence does not equal readiness. Do not judge who you let in by who's being the most persistent. Do not judge who you let in even by who you feel the most chemistry with, because that can be that explosive situation where this is somebody that wants to feed off of you, and eventually it becomes very draining. So what you need to learn right now, Taurus, is that not everybody who wants you gets to have you. They have to do the work, right? They have to climb up the temple steps to get inside the temple and access the High Priestess. The High Priestess is not going to come out of the temple and run down all the stairs and go to that lower place to meet the people that want to be with her. They have to come up. They have to do their work. And so some of you, okay, are going to be experiencing that kind of energy where you're having to learn to say no, and that not everybody who wants you gets to have you. Another reason why the High Priestess coming up is so powerful, there's another layer here to this card for you guys, Taurus. And I know this is debatable, but I have a feeling a lot of you Taurus will agree with me. The High Priestess is associated with Pisces and Taurus, okay? And I feel a lot of Taurus energy from the High Priestess. And I know a lot of people say, nope, it's Pisces only. But if you read about the tarot, there is a Taurus association with this card, with the High Priestess. So when I'm reading for somebody and a major arcana card comes up for their zodiac sign, it tells me this is really significant. Like, this is a moment of you taking back your power and coming into your true, authentic identity. It's very powerful energy. Okay, very badass energy. And that's what I feel happening here with Taurus. You're coming into your identity, you're coming into your confidence, and it's making you absolutely irresistible. But you're learning to say no. If you've been struggling with boundaries, especially in your romantic life, you are going to master them like never before. I also feel that many of you will be guided in your love life through dreams and visions. Your intuition is going to be on point. Even if you're somebody that's been intuitive for a long time, but you've had a really hard time reading for yourself, you're going to just be in this clarity where you're going to receive divine guidance about who you're going to be with, or who the right partner is for you. Because I'm telling you, Taurus, you're coming into a time of options. And for some of you, it feels like it's coming out of nowhere. It was tumbleweeds and crickets, and now all of a sudden, everybody's like knocking on the door, you know? And so you're going to decide and choose who you let in. Some of you have been in a relationship with somebody that you weren't taking seriously, and this person is falling really hard. They're falling really, really hard. And you're going to have to take a step back here. You know, you might say, well, I'm letting the person know. I told them that I'm not ready. I told them that I want to take it really slow. I told them that I'm not looking for anything super serious. But they're still really falling really hard, and they're in this hope that they're going to change your mind. So for some of you, the mature thing, the kind thing, the merciful thing is going to be to let this person go, because you're telling them, but they don't want to hear it. They're in denial, and they're falling hard. So some of you might want to be merciful and just let this person go and end things. Because I don't feel that you are where they're at with how much they're into you. Think about that. Pray about that if that resonates with you. The next card that's coming up here is the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords can come up when we're feeling trapped or stuck in a situation. And I feel, Taurus, that for a lot of you, this is the energy of the persistent people, right? They're coming at you so persistently, and you might feel like, oh gosh, I guess I'll give in. Especially if this is somebody from the past, or this younger person, or you're in the relationship, this person's really into you, and you're like, well, I don't know if I'm going to find anybody that's so into me like this. Maybe this is my person. I feel the Eight of Swords in this instance is that you're tempted to give in to someone because they're being so persistent. You're just tempted to give in. Like, I can't get out of it. I can't, you know, like this person just not want to let me go. And so you maybe are feeling obligated, or sorry for the person, or you feel like, well, maybe nobody ever is going to be this into me again. And since they're so into me, you know, maybe I should stay in this relationship. And the Eight of Swords is telling us, this is an illusion. You are not stuck. You are not trapped. You can get out of this fairly easily. If you are a Taurus, okay, who has a lot of fear around your love life, the Eight of Swords tells us this is the time to work with it, to deal with it, and to come into faith. Because for me, the Eight of Swords can be a warning, depending on where our energy is, that we might be attracting someone who is looking to us to rescue them. And you're like, that's not what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for somebody to help me find the way out. And so it can feel like two people that are putting a lot of responsibility on each other and not feeling supported. It can be a very unfulfilling, frustrating relationship. Worst case scenario, it could be someone who comes in and sees us as very weak, very vulnerable, and they could be a very opportunistic person, and they're coming in to take advantage of our situation or circumstances. So be cautious about the energy in which you're going out there to meet people, or the energy in which you're going out there in your love life. If you are single, and if you're having a lot of fear, this is the time to shift from fear to faith. And to maybe do your affirmation work, do your prayer work, do your meditation work, so that when you do attract this person in this relationship, it's going to be something that makes you happy, not something that's going to rip out your heart or make you feel like you're wasting your time, because you don't deserve that. Okay? The next card that's coming up here is the Emperor. And this is a major arcana card, so this could definitely be divine masculine energy. You may be stepping into divine masculine energy. You may be calling in and manifesting a divine masculine. You may be dealing with an Aries or Scorpio masculine energy. If you have Aries or Scorpio placements, there can be big changes and shifts happening for you in those areas of your life or in those houses that is causing you to lead a significant soulmate. Now, the Emperor is going to be very powerful energy, very alpha kind of energy. So some of you may be attracting an alpha type partner. And if you're in the High Priestess energy, that does not surprise me. I do feel in this relationship or in this connection, you all have a contract and you all were meant to meet for a specific reason. I feel that you're coming into spirituality, in a really high level of spirituality, and I feel this person is a bit of a skeptic, like I believe in science kind of thing. And that doesn't mean that we can't have both science and spirituality, but this may be someone that has very black and white thinking, and they're thinking that, it's one or the other. And they might be like, well, I don't agree with what you believe. And typically this may have been something for this person to write you off and be like, ooh, Taurus is one of those crazy nut jobs. Taurus is one of those woo-woo, wow crystal people, and they would have just like written you off entirely. But there's this connection. There's this soulmate connection. There's this past life connection. There is this very intense high-level soulmate connection. And I feel at first this person is letting you in or talking to you simply because they're trying to understand you. They're like, well, I don't know, Taurus has these crazy beliefs, so I think Taurus is crazy. But at the same time, Taurus is very articulate. Taurus seems to be holding things down pretty good in their life. They seem to be very stable. They say very intelligent things. Taurus gives great advice. And so they're a little bit confused by you. Like, how can you be so stable, but you're a crazy person? And so I feel like they're trying to talk to you and figure that out. And as they're figuring you out, they're kind of saying, oh, well, it sounds to me like Taurus just has a really old school, really holistic, old world, ancient kind of way of looking at things, like an ancient psychologist, or like they're beginning to understand things like intention setting and raising vibration. Like they're understanding it in a whole new way, and they're seeing it as, oh, this must be how people did things back in the days when we had tribes and Vikings, and before things became so quote unquote civilized, right? Like this is the way people did it back in the day. And so they're seeing you as someone who is just connected with ancient wisdom. Like that's how they're reconciling it, and they're like, oh, okay, I thought this was crazy stuff, but this is like the ancient wisdom. This is like the old world medicine. And so they're falling for you. You're stealing hearts, Taurus. You are stealing hearts all over the place. Let me tell you that. They're falling for you. And for them, they feel this is such an unexpected mismatch situation. They're so structured. They're so serious. And here you are. You're very mysterious and spiritual. And you have this playful side to you. And you are the last person they would have imagined seeing themselves with. But this connection is so intense. And you're feeling the same way. at first glance, you might look at this person and think they're very boring. But I feel this is a very passionate person. I feel this is a very sensual person. And when the two of you get each other unlocked, oh my gosh, look out. Look out, Taurus. But I'm telling you, you are stealing hearts all over the place. But I feel this connection here is very stable. I also feel some of you might be receiving dreams or messages from a father or grandfather who has passed on, or from your paternal side of the family, your paternal ancestors, kind of helping you and guiding you in getting established or getting settled or manifesting a sense of family for yourself in your love life. They're helping you with stability, and this is including a partner. Okay, so I would encourage you to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign, if you haven't already, if this is not your Venus sign for you. A lot of people swear by their Venus sign, okay, when it comes to love and romance. Some people say, no, it's more my moon sign that resonates. You don't know until you watch and you see what resonates. And some months it can shift. Some months maybe your sun sign resonates more. Some months maybe your Venus sign resonates more, or your moon sign. But check it out and see. See what resonates with you. See where your energy is pulling you. You may want to get a private reading. You can schedule at calendly.com/amethystangelite. Weekly forecasts will be coming up. I know I didn't post for the week before I posted this video, and I'm sorry. Guys, I know the weekly forecasts have been a little inconsistent. I'm working to get them consistent. I'm actually working on getting a diagnosis right now, which I haven't been talking about with you guys. I haven't been sharing, but there's been a lot going on that's been making it very difficult for me to be consistent and to post. You know, I haven't been able to do the podcast. I've been inconsistent with the weekly forecast. But if I do get this diagnosis, it'll be good, because I'll know what I need to do to be consistent and to stay consistent. And also, I would obviously share with you guys. I don't want to say anything yet because I'm still figuring it out, but I will keep you guys posted and let you know. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. And I'm wishing you a wonderful February. Take care, my dears. See you in